Well then, hello. We'll be discussing some combiners on defense from what I've seen and used myself. Let me just turn off that music. It might be distracting on my end. There we go. So yeah, combiners I've seen on defense. Ones that could be good, ones that could not. Who knows? With what, in my opinion, could work on defense. Leo Kaiser, popular assault combiner. Really out there, really well used. If he's not really one you want to use on defense, but if you do, use his supercharged splash. Large damage, large area. Works well enough, I guess. But don't really use him on defense. It's not what he's made for. Devastator. I use him as a backup for when my Leo Kaiser is upgrading. He works exceptionally well, surprisingly. Especially with the Death Ray. The Death Ray is great. You can one-shot a good chunk, or... No, not one-shot. Just deal a bunch of damage to take him down. But I wouldn't really recommend any of the other abilities. The Smash is alright, but not what he really needs. Rocket Swarm, too spread out. The Death Ray is a good enough focus while also dealing what area damage would be needed. Leo Kaiser, of course, one of the best ones that we consider on defense. If you have his 4-star, which you should, his 4-star ability is a big heck zone. You should know that. It is great just for the hacking alone, for the size of it. But if you don't have his 4-star, use his optic overheat. It will stun and deal damage at the same time. Very good, but not as good as the hack. The only thing that has a real counter against the hack is well-placed combiner deployments and I believe Liege Maximo, along with other bots that have a immunity like from his hacking. And Computron is a problem, but that's only if Computron has been placed into combat. Galvatronus. You don't see him on defense, but I feel like his invincibility from his black hole would do well. I haven't really tried him myself. I want to. Probably will sometime this week. The Enigma Barrage, it's the same as Devastator. Not what I'd recommend. Dark Rush might work. Probably not, though. It might just be the black hole. Bruticus, even in 4-star version, you want to use his slam. His Frantic Rage is amazing. I've seen stuff where he takes on a level 25 Magna boss and wins the fight. Just because of the Frantic Rage. And he also can't be combined or deployed cheesed. Another good bonus. Then Predaking. I don't see why people use Volcanicus on defense. And honestly, it depends off of the situation as well. Infernium Blade and Fire and Brimstone, both completely different and work in their own ways. I wouldn't use his 4-star ability at all of Extinction. It doesn't work for it. So I'd say go with one of his 2 3-star abilities if you use them, but not recommended. Eponymous. and Defensor. I can see why people want to use him, but that's for the Decepticon side with the acid, supposedly. But truthfully, I always find Eponymous falls short on defense and doesn't work well. I don't know how. I've never seen anyone that's used this 4-star, and I only ever see the Toxic Zone, or is it Flame Zone for Defensor? I don't know. But basically, the shooting a ball of fire or acid. That's all I ever really see, and it can be easily dodged with any sort of fast moving bot, or it just gets flat out walked out of. Overlord, pretty mad guy. Rage Rush, if you guys 3-star and you have to use it, yeah, fine, go Overlord. If you have to. Truthfully, I don't find Overlord that great. Even if he is your only one, he just doesn't work well. Like, I can see the big EMP here from Outer Space Storm, but I don't know, he's sort of a mixed bag, I feel like. People only like him because he's the only 5-star combiner out there. Then Minosaur. Don't use him. Just don't. There's no reason to put him on defense. All his abilities suck. If you absolutely, because he's your only combiner you have that isn't a Overlord, and you use your Overlord for offense, then fine, use away. Then maybe I say go with this teleportation sword attack. This kinetic barrier, it has like no range. So yeah, Minosaur just overall sucks. Too bad, he's such a awesome combiner altogether. I wish he was better. But he's not. I don't even find it worth it to rank him up to 4-star, even though I have all his parts. He's just that bad from what I hear and from what I can tell. Any combiner attack with, what's her name? Victorion? It always just doesn't work. I just wish he was better. He's awesome. The Stunticons are a fun group. And the concept is great. A bunch of psychopaths stuck together within a combiner that barely holds together. Only thing is their bloodlust. Poor Minosaur. So for defense, my ranking is Leo Kaiser, Bruticus to Devastator, or Devastator to Bruticus. It depends how you perceive everything and how your base might be set up. Then I'd say Predaking, Overlord if decently leveled, then a Galvatronus, Leo Kaiser, no, Eponymous, and Leo Kaiser can be swapped, and then Minosaur on bottom. Minosaur just doesn't work in any sort of field at all. His attacks suck, and his defense sucks. So yeah, if you have 4-star Leo Kaiser, go ahead, use away. 4-star Devastator, use away. A Bruticus at any star level, as long as he's high enough level, use away. Because his 3-star does decently well. Anyways, that's my ranking, I guess, and also a bit of explanation for everything. Hope you enjoy.